So we're 75 or 34 kilometers from Ghent, G-E-N-T, and that's in Belgium. It's I can tell you something about it. Let's see, I do have it open here on my computer. Ghent. I have the Wikipedia page open. I opened all this stuff so I could use it on the way in, because I'll be offline, right? I don't have internet when I'm not in the car. Ghent is a city located in the Flemish region of Belgium. It is the capital and largest city of the East Flanders province. The city started as a settlement at the confluence of the rivers Scheldt and Lys, and in the Middle Ages became one of the largest and richest cities of Northern Europe. Today it is a busy city with a port and a university. The municipality comprises the city of Ghent, G-H-E-N-T proper, and the surrounding towns of Asni, Desteldonk, Drongen, Gentbrugge, Liedeberg, Marac, Urk, Mendonk, Oostakker, Sint-Amansberg, Sint-Denis, Westrum, Sint-Krunis, Winkel, Woldengem, and Zwijnaarde, with 240,191 inhabitants in the beginning of 2009. Ghent is Belgium's second largest municipality by number of inhabitants. The metropolitan area, including the outer commuter zone, covers an area of 465 square miles and has a total population of almost 600,000 as of January 1st, 2008, which ranks it as the fourth most populous in Belgium. The current mayor of Ghent, Daniel Termont, leads a coalition of the SP.A, Open VLD, and Pro-Ghent. Every year, the 10-day-long Ghent Festival is held. About 2 million visitors attend every year. The map is here, and that's what it looks like in Belgium, next to Netherlands. See, we've come from up here, around this, and there is Vlaardingen, so we just come down here. Not very long. That's why we could do it. We can't just drive all over Europe. Okay, archaeological evidence. I'm going to just read as you look. Archaeological evidence shows human presence in the region of confluence of the Scheldt and Lys, going back as far as the Stone Age and the Iron Age. Most historians believe that the older name for G-H-E-N-T, Ghent, is Ganda, G-A-N-D-A, is derived from the Celtic word Ganda, which means confluence. There are no written records of the Roman period, but archaeological research confirms that the region of Ghent was further inhabited. When the Franks, who were the Franks?
One of those tribes, barbaric tribes that ran over the Roman Empire, and they went through Holland and Belgium, I think France.
Okay, so when the Franks, the tribe, invaded the Roman territories from the end of the 4th century and well into the 5th century, they brought their language with them, and Celtic and Latin were replaced by Old Dutch. Around 650, Saint Amand founded 2 abbeys in Ghent, the St. Peter Abbey, Blandinum, and the St. Bravo Abbey. The city grew from several nuclei, the abbeys, and a commercial center. It's pretty flat here. Around 800, Louis the Pious, son of Charlemagne. Great-great-great-great-grandpa Charlemagne. He was my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great whatever grandfather. Isn't that cool? Grandpa. Around 800, Louis the Pious, son of Charlemagne, maybe it's not good to be related to Charlemagne. Was he bad? Maybe I shouldn't be telling people that.
He was well healthy, he had a lot of power.
He had power.
But he was just for good, I don't remember.
There's a river. Un Rio shelled the land. Okay. Appointed Einhard, the biographer of Charlemagne, as abbot of both abbeys in 851 and 879. The city was, however, attacked and plundered twice by the Vikings. Where did the Vikings come from? Scandinavia. Those seafaring peoples. The city recovered and flourished from the 11th century on. Until the 13th century, Ghent was the biggest city in Europe after Paris. It was bigger than London, Cologne, or Moscow. Within the city...
What's going on now again? What was up for me, I think.
It's okay. I don't know.
Not in anybody's way.
Ghent is 21 kilometers. Okay. Within the city walls lived up to 65,000 people. Today, the belfry and towers of the St. Bravo Cathedral and St. Nicholas Church are just a few examples of the skyline of the period. St. Bravo Cathedral and St. Nicholas Church. The rivers flowed in an area where a lot of land was periodically inundated. These richly grassed Meersen water meadows, a word related to the English Mars, but not meaning exactly the same. A mears is not permanently underwater. Was ideally suited for herding sheep, the wool of which was used for making cloth. In fact, Ghent was, during the Middle Ages, the most important city for cloth. The wool industry, originally established at Bruges, created the first European industrialized zone in Ghent in the High Middle Ages. The mercantile zone was so highly developed that wool had to be imported from Scotland and England. This was one of the reasons for Flanders' good relationship with Scotland and England. Ghent was the birthplace of John of Ghent, Duke of Lancaster. The trade with England, but not Scotland, suffered significantly during the 100 Years' War. Boy, that's a long time to have a war. And Frank's father told her that they would be there for a few weeks until the war was over. It was a few years. What if it had been 100 years? Okay. The city recovered in the 14th century. The city recovered in the 14th century, while Flanders was united with neighboring provinces under the Dukes of Burgundy. High taxes led to a rebellion and eventually the Battle of Gavere, Gavere, in 1453, in which Ghent suffered a terrible defeat at the hands of Philip the Good. A terrible defeat at the hands of Philip the Good. Somehow that doesn't sound so good. Philip the Good. Around this time, in the center of political and social importance in the Low Countries started to shift from Flanders, Bruges, Ghent, to Brabant, Antwerp, Brussels, although Ghent would continue to play an important role. In 1500, Juana of Castile gave birth to Charles V, who became Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain. Although native to Ghent, he punished the city after the 1539 revolt of Ghent and obliged the city's nobles to walk in front of the emperor barefoot with a noose strop around the neck. Since this incident, the people of Ghent have been called Stropendragers, noose bearers. Stropendragers. Stropendragers. That's right. Double O is pronounced O. Double P. Stropendragers. Noose bearers. The St. Bravo Abbey was abolished, torn down, and replaced with a fortress for Spanish troops. Only a small portion of the abbey was erased. A small portion of the abbey was spared demolition. The late late 16th and 17th century brought devastation because of the religious wars. Here's a building in Ghent. The late 16th and 17th century brought devastation because of the religious wars. At one time, Ghent was a Calvinist republic, but eventually the Spanish army reinstated Catholicism. The wars ended the role of Ghent as a center of international importance. In 1745, the city was captured by French forces during the War of the Austrian Succession, before being returned to Austria following the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. So France captured it here, and then it was returned to Austria. So Austria was here.
Okay, we're 9:05. So you start paying attention, I guess. Try to run the map by me again.
Okay, at 9:17, we will be at the interchange Ghent Centrum.
Okay,
You
Ghent.
keep right and follow signs for Ghent, Oost, E40, Brussels. And
Okay.
then you will keep, and then in 180 meters, you will keep right at the fork, follow signs for Ghent Centrum, and merge onto B401.
Okay.
So you keep right on Ghent Centrum, and then keep right again onto Ghent Centrum.
Okay. Brussels, Eeklo. Straight ahead is to Ghent on E17. Doesn't go there. Goes to Brussels, Eeklo, and Zelzate. At the interchange Ghent Centrum, keep right and follow signs for Ghent, Oostende, E40, Brussels.
19th century, the textile industry flourished again in Ghent. In 1800, Leeuwenbouwens, having smuggled out plans out of England, introduced the first mechanical weaving machine on the European continent. Ghent. Wow, the first weaving machine, Willem.
Mechanical weaving machine.
Mechanical weaving machine, you're right. Ghent was also the site of the signing of the Treaty of Ghent, which formally ended the War of 1812 between Britain and the United States. So this is an important spot for the United States. After the Battle of Waterloo, Ghent became a part of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands for 15 years. In this period, Ghent established its own university and a new connection to the sea in 1824 to 1817. After the Belgian Revolution, with the loss of port access to the sea for more than a decade, the local economy collapsed and the first Belgian trade union originated in Ghent. Okay, what does that say? Ghent Centrum. It goes straight. It goes straight. In 1913, there was a world exhibition in Ghent. As a preparation for these festivities, St. Peter's railway station was completed in 1912. Ghent was occupied by the Germans in both World Wars, but escaped severe destruction and was liberated by the British 7th Desert Rats Armored Division on the 5th of September 1944. Tourism. The Graslei, Crossley, is one of the most scenic places in Ghent's old city centre. Much of the city's medieval architecture remains intact and is remarkably well preserved and restored. Its center is the largest car-free area in Belgium. Okay, there it is, Ghent Centrum. Don't pay any attention to him. Oh, I see. At the interchange Ghent Centrum, keep right and follow signs for Ghent, Ooste, and then keep right at the fork. So I think you're going to need to be over. Ghent Centrum 401. Yeah, you're going to get in this thing now. I'm let's see. E40 and Ghent Centrum. Follow signs for Ghent, Ostend, and then follow signs for Ghent Centrum and merge into B401. And I think you are doing that exactly correctly. And then you go 800 meters and take exit 1, Leedberg, toward Richtingen.
Go.
Okay, so you're going to take exit 1, Leedingen, toward Richtingen. So you want to go toward Richtingen.
Richtingen?